you're marketing for. So these are all just very powerful things. And just diving back into iTrip for someone just no idea what property management is. So you have someone, they have a property and then they're looking to rent that out to short-term people. Do they need to find the people that have the properties that are looking to short-term rent? Are they just helping them find the short-term rentals, or are they also responsible for finding the properties, or what's that relationship look like?
Yeah, so franchisees are primarily responsible for going and scaling their business. We scale through finding new property owners and adding more properties to our management portfolios. So that's primarily the franchisee's responsibility to do that. Of course, we've got about 20 different strategies on how we go do that, and the
Yeah.
again, like you mentioned, the processes to be able to do that. And then we've also got some really unique, really cool technologies and softwares that we're able to kind of scale that, find more property owners and reach out to them more quickly, have more effective conversion ratios to those property owners as well, so that we're reaching out to property owners less and getting more
Yeah.
property owners on board. So that is primarily the franchisee's responsibility. But like I mentioned, the iTrip booking engine, really where we're getting all of our bookings, that is primarily the franchisor's responsibility, is putting that booking platform together. So again, a franchisee, when they're making their sales, they're not fighting for every single booking. They're not having to sell necessarily every single booking. Again, they're more
Yeah.
so focusing on scaling, growing their business through those property owners. But it's a great opportunity to scale a
Yeah.
business through capital that's already been invested by property owners, meaning that most of our franchisees, they don't actually own any short-term rental properties themselves. So they're leveraging those properties that have already been purchased by property owners and working with them.
Okay, interesting. And is there the option to build up a real estate portfolio, or is it the focus on short term? Are there kind of like multiple different options for a franchise owner? Or can you kind of walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, so they can build a rental portfolio themselves if they would like to, if they want to, buy properties in their market as well and throw them in the short-term rental management portfolio. Yes, they can absolutely do that, build wealth that way through owning real estate. We don't do any other sort of rentals, so we're only short-term rental property management, and we do that kind of pretty strategically because we know that there's long-term management out there. And could we add that to our platform? Yeah, we probably could. But what we really want to do is we want to focus on one thing, and we want to be the absolute best at it. And so that is what we choose to do as short-term rentals. We want to be the absolute best. And in my opinion, we are the absolute best in providing that short-term rental management portfolio. We have the best technology and the best partnerships as well to be able to
Yeah.
serve the short-term rental properties. So that's really what we focused on. And again, like we were talking about with, my dad jumping in full, 2 feet into that business, iTrip is 2 feet into short-term rental. So that's really where we
Yeah.
want to keep our focus.
No, that's powerful. And it kind of just reminds you of the idea of if you try to be the best at everything, you end up just being average at everything. So a lot of people, they want to be the best at everything because it kind of like the NFTs, the crypto, the real estate. I want to be the best at everything and make the most money with everything. But if you find your niche, like one of the previous episodes with Mosquito Squad, people don't think of mosquitoes as somewhere where I can make any money.
Yeah.
But it's finding that niche that has that value, that service that people continually need. And, we could probably dive into the demographics on the 5 to 10 year trends on short-term property owners. And we've seen that play out tremendously over the last couple of years. And that trend is not going away with fewer and fewer people owning homes, more and more people with short-term property rentals. And there's various reasons, but people, during COVID, they want to travel, they want to go to different places. People aren't necessarily, working for one person for 40 years of their life. People are trying out new things. So it's just becoming more and more of a trend, let alone people having the financials to own a home. So maybe that would be a good kind of thing to dive into, just the demographics of short-term property rentals as kind of one of the things as I talk with candidates, just making sure franchises, they're not a fad, they have that long-term track record. There's something that's sustainable, something that, would my mother, my sister, my father, would someone I know use that product or service? Would they use it, continue